Apple's hottest releases have just hit the shelves, and these iPhone 15 Pro first impressions are gonna blow your mind. There was a huge list of changes, as we expected, and some of them are groundbreaking and much awaited for long-term Apple heads. But how does it compare to the iPhone 14 Pro, which was already a fantastic phone when it launched last year? Is it worth upgrading? Get ready for the ultimate showdown. If you're excited to know about the new iPhone 15 Pro, then go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. First, let's talk about the design. The iPhone 15 Pro boasts a stunning new look with sleek, curved bezels. The sharp edges are all gone. More importantly, the iPhone 15 Pro features a new titanium frame that makes it stronger and lighter than the stainless steel chassis of the iPhone 14 Pro. Also, a big change has been made to the display. Apple's dream of the bezel-less iPhone is slowly becoming real. The resolution is unchanged from the iPhone 14 Pro, but Apple has managed to shrink the black bezel around the screen. Both the dynamic island and brushed glass rear panel make a return from last year's iPhone 14 Pro, with a ceramic shield glass that is more resistant to scratches and drops. Other than design upgrades, Apple has also dramatically altered the functionality of the iPhone 15 Pro versus the 14 Pro. Firstly, they've revamped the mute button, turning it into an action button just like the Apple Watch Ultra. This customizable button lets you trigger up to 9 different actions. You can even assign custom shortcuts to the action button. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, Apple has gotten rid of the Lightning port across the entire iPhone 15 lineup, including the 15 Pro. Now, say goodbye to those annoying cable switches because finally, Apple has switched to USB-C. It doesn't impact charging speeds, but it does enable USB 3, 10 GB per second data transfer speeds. And imagine connecting the iPhone 15 Pro directly to your MacBook Pro, taking pro resolution photos and having them appear almost instantly on your Mac. Now, let's talk about the stunning display of the i15 Pro. It retains the i14 Pro's excellent 6.1-inch Super XDR OLED screen with Apple's ProMotion technology. This varies the refresh rate between 10 Hz and 120 Hz, depending on the content displayed. The display is also very bright, reaching a maximum of 2000 nits. The tinier bezel instantly makes it a more immersive display, like looking at a mini cinema. Now, let's shift our focus to the camera. The iPhone 15 Pro doesn't stray too far from the i14 Pro's excellent triple camera system. It comes with a 48 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 12 megapixel 3x telephoto. On the front, the iPhone 15 Pro has the same 12 megapixel true depth camera as the iPhone 14 Pro. By reserving the 5x optical zoom telephoto camera for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, Apple has, for the first time, created a considerable technological gap between its latest Pro and Pro Max iPhones. But that doesn't mean the iPhone 15 Pro isn't one of the best camera phones around. There is a new default 24 megapixel shooting mode that uses a combination of the best fused 12 megapixel and the full 48 megapixel on the main camera to add immersive details like true environment, fabric, and skin tones. In addition, the iPhone 15 Pro will now recognize image depth on any photo and let you convert it to portrait mode. You can even quickly switch the point of focus from one subject to another. The camera system also has LiDAR scanner that enables faster autofocus and improved low-light performance. And speaking of performance, the iPhone 15 Pro is powered by the latest A17 Pro chip, which is the fastest and most efficient mobile processor ever made by Apple. This makes it one of the fastest phones money can buy right now. The A17 Pro is an upgraded version of the A16 Bionic chip, which now resides in the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus. Inside the A17 Pro is a new CPU, a new GPU, and a new twice as fast neural engine. Apple demonstrated how the chip is capable of running console-quality games on the iPhone 15 Pro at a smooth 30 frames per second. Titles like Resident Evil Village and the remastered Resident Evil 4 are apparently ported directly over the iOS platform to run on A17 Pro-equipped iPhones. But how will these games affect your battery life? Apple has not publicly revealed the iPhone 15 Pro's battery capacity, but it has quoted 23 hours of video playback for the device, which puts it in line with the iPhone 14 Pro. Obviously, the iPhone 15 Pro still supports MagSafe wireless with Qi charging. Its fast charging is unchanged from the previous model, which is slower than what you can get from a comparable Android flagship. The iPhone 15 Pro comes in 4 beautiful colors: black titanium, white titanium, blue titanium, and natural titanium. It starts at $999 for the 128GB version, $1099 for the 256GB option, $1299 for the 512GB build, and $1499 for the top 1TB capacity model. Now comes the big question. Is it worth the hype? The iPhone 15 Pro has Apple's newest and most powerful A17 Pro chip. For those who don't like their phones big and hefty, but want the freshness in ultra-hard titanium with smoother curves, USB-C, flagship class performance, and that really useful action button, then the iPhone 15 Pro will be a welcome and desirable upgrade from the iPhone 14 Pro. Ultimately, the choice is yours. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.